Want to smell expensive without paying the price? These perfumes are for you. Hey, Glow Ghettos, welcome back to my channel, Glow with Dr. C, where we keep it classy, faith-filled, and fragrance-forward. If you're new here, my name is Dr. C. I'm your pharmacist bestie, helping you to glow from the inside out. In today's video, I'll be sharing my Dossier collection, which are affordable perfumes inspired by high-end luxury brands. So if that's something that you're into, stay tuned. The first one is what I like to call the dupe queen. This fragrance has been duped so many times by Ambery Saffron, inspired by Baccarat Rouge by 40. Now, Ambery Saffron is that girl. As you can see, the dent right here. Yeah. I love this scent. Every time I wear this, someone thinks that I'm wearing Ariana Grande. I don't know. It's not as sweet as Ariana Grande. The opening, the first thing that's going to hit your nose is saffron and orange blossom. It's the first notes that you're going to smell. On my skin, it dries down to a very amber, sweet fragrance. This fragrance, in comparison to Baccarat, I've smelled Baccarat. It's a little bit, it's not as sweet as Baccarat. It's a little bit more woody of a scent. So wearing this, you're going to have a very woody, clean smell. You're going to feel very luxurious. You're going to feel very elegant. I like to layer with scents that I don't want to be as sweet, or fragrances that are too sweet. I will definitely layer this to give it that saffron. Now, the jasmine and the plum are the middle notes. It allows it to soften that saffron a little bit more, so you're not getting too much of the saffron. Makes it a little bit softer. You feel a little bit soft and elegant and luxurious. Perfect for date night or just going out with your girlfriends. I like to pair this with a lot of my vanilla scents or vanilla fragrances like Vanilla 28. I like to layer this with a lot of cherry scents, and another cherry scent that I'll be introducing is Ambery Cherry. I like to pair these two together. It just makes it a little elevated, more feminine, more, that girl. And that's Ambery Saffron by Dossier. So this next fragrance is Ambery Cherry. It's inspired by Tom Ford Lost Cherry. And listen, look at that. I don't know if you can see that. Yes. I use this all the time. This is my favorite Dossier brand. And I have a backup bottle, so I'm ready to go from one to the next without stopping. I cannot live without this in my collection. This fragrance starts off with a juicy cherry, very syrupy and sweet. I would even say boozy. Yeah, so it's a very boozy, syrupy cherry, but it's very grown and sexy. It's a very grown and sexy scent. Almond, cinnamon, and plum gives it that cherry a lot of depth. And then it dries down to a vanilla base. But I love to pair this with a lot of my other fragrances that I just wanted to have a little bit more depth and to be a little bit more grown and sensual and alluring. This is perfect if you're going out on a dinner date, definitely for the cooler nights. And you can wear this any time of the day, but it's perfect if you want to, go on a dinner date. If you're just kind of in that flirty mood, this is a very good scent. It feels like going to a jazz club, to a nice jazz club with saxophones. It feels like, very jazzy. Not like Jazz Club the perfume, but it feels very, just sensual. This next fragrance is inspired by Tom Ford's Bitter Peach. And at first, I didn't really like this fragrance. You have to be a patchouli person to like this fragrance. That's Ambery Peach. And it is full of patchouli. However, I don't know what it is, if my nose is developing or what have you, but Yeah, it comes off with a lot of patchouli, and you do get that peach at the top, and the peach is just to add a little bit more sweetness to it. However, on me, it dries down to a more powdery um, scent, like a powdery peach scent. One of my girlfriends said, "What is that? It smells like a powdery peach," and that's exactly what you get in the dry down. It's like a powdery peach. This is a girl who's classy, elevated, and very business oriented. It is a, a boss, pretty much. So if you're gonna wear this fragrance, I already know what type of time you're on. You have plans, you have strategies to. So that is Ambery Peach. This fragrance is perfect for this type of weather. We're in the summer months and 100 degrees. I don't know. I think it's about 95 degrees here in Mississippi. This is Powdery Coconut, inspired by Tom Ford's Soleil Blanc. Now, I know what you're saying. Boy, you getting a lot of Dossier Tom Ford inspired fragrances, and am, because I'm not gonna waste my money. I'm gonna wear Tom Ford and it's gonna last three minutes on my skin, and then after that I'm broke. I don't think so. So when I buy high niche fragrances, they must last. I don't understand people who are saying, "Oh, it doesn't need to last 8 hours." It does. Because you got all PR. I don't. Anyway, so this is a powdery coconut scent. What I love about this scent, and I've been wearing this scent a lot. What I love about this scent is it smells like a luxurious vacation in a bottle. You get that feel of like the entrance to a beach resort when everybody is wealthy and they just have that brand of sunscreen that you can only get in the Himalayas and Alps. This is what this smells like. It's just like it's a boss beach babe type of vibe. Any type of, rooftop event, or, just going outside to a lovely dinner that's on the river or on the ocean. This is a scent for you. You're going to project well. People are going to smell you. You're going to get tons of compliments. I always do. And the first thing you're going to smell is that the coconut is what you're going to smell, but it does have bergamot and it has cardamom in there, and it enhances command, getting your nose on it, and that's powdery coconut. Now, this next fragrance is a floral gourmand inspired by Victor and Rolf Flowerbomb, and that is Gourmand White Flowers. This is a very sweet floral fragrance. And some people are not going to like that tea note that's at the top, but it gives it a little bit more character, so it's not boring. And then the berries as well. Green tea in here. It's going to give it a little bit more kick to make it interesting. But when I tell you, it dries down on my skin to something that's very feminine and flirty. Caramel and vanilla base is so just chic and elegant. This girl is wearing a nice maxi dress with nice pearl stud earrings and a nice pearl necklace, and just able to just speak to anybody and make everyone feel good about just being who they are. This is who this girl is. Gourmand White Flowers. It's very feminine, flirty, and just light. I love it. This next one was a viral scent a couple of years ago. Everyone spoke about it. That is Floral Marshmallow, which is inspired by Killian's Love Don't Be Shy. If any of them are gourmand, this is I would consider a gourmand fragrance, because immediately you're going to get the marshmallow and orange blossom. To my nose, it smells like an orange creamsicle. You're gonna feel so bright and flirty, and you're gonna feel so bright and flirty and young when you wear this fragrance. Perfect for a date night as well. It's just perfect if you're trying to just do, that princess treatment type of day where you just, you're going to pamper yourself, this is the type of fragrance you want to put on, is the floral marshmallow. Just imagine yourself being in a fluffy robe and sitting down on a couch just journaling and just having all those feminine sweet vibes. That's what I get when I wear. That's the vibe you're gonna get with floral marshmallow. It's just very feminine and sweet and very elevated. Fragrance is inspired by Le Labo's Tea Noir 29. And I remember Curly Sense also spoke about it, and she mentioned how Dossier knows how to create Le Labo fragrances to the T. And she's absolutely right. It's so high quality. Now, this is what I would consider Zen in a bottle. Citrus Tea by Dossier. This is Zen in a bottle to me. You also have to be a lover of incense. This isn't a sweet scent. However, it's very calming, soothing. It feels like a wellness scent to me. It feels like you're into wellness. You're into just peace. When you first smell it, you're going to get a lot of that fig, which is at the top note. You're going to get the black tea. And then after a while, you're going to get a hint of tobacco and bay leaf, woody. It dries down on my skin to a more woody type of fragrance. And so the dry down is so lovely, and it smells like a breath of fresh air. I wore this one time to the pharmacy, and I wore this, and one of my coworkers, every time she passed me up, she would just breathe me in. This is gonna have people not waiting to exhale, waiting to inhale around you. I promise you, they're gonna want to breathe you in when you're wearing the scent, because it's so zen. This girl goes to church. This girl journals. This girl is all about her healing. That is citrus green tea. Now, this next fragrance is inspired by Chanel Coco Mademoiselle. That is woody oak moss. The first notes that you're going to smell is an orange and citrus type scent, that bergamot and orange at the very top. And then it has notes of jasmine and rose that makes it very airy and feminine and just very elevated and elegant. And then it dries down to a more powdery scent with that vetiver. So it kind of dries down in layers that are just so lovely and beautiful. It feels classy. It feels timeless. It feels like a very sophisticated poised lady. This girl, she is all about her business. I would definitely wear this to like business meetings, CEO meetings, business brunches, church events that you're going to be a speaker, or you're going to be helping out and hosting events, event parties, hosting parties and stuff like that. Of course, you can definitely buy the $200 Coco Mademoiselle and get your life, but I think this is just perfect for that as well, because it just smells clean, elevated, high quality. I highly recommend this one. Woody Oak Moss. Very good scent. Now, this last fragrance is inspired by Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. Complain about how light blue kind of fades very quickly within minutes for some people. So that's what sparked me to buy this one, Citrus Green Apple by Dossier. This is a clean, crisp, white shirt type of scent, or white outfit, white linen type of fragrance. The first notes you're going to get is that crisp apple, not juicy, but more like perfectly ripened type of apple. And then the bergamot and lime work together. The lime makes it a little bit zestier, very light, very bright, and just airy and perfect. It feels clean. It feels sophisticated. This girl, she's all about, keeping her nails short, the white manicure, short nails, or she's doing the classic red nail She is the one who wears neutral colors, all one tone, all, you know, all white, all tan, or all brown, very neutral. She's not trying to show out because she just knows she's beautiful without all the flashy jewelry, the flashy clothes. She has the little dangly ears, the little dangly tennis bracelets. That's what I get from the scent. Yeah, it's such a beautiful, clean scent. It doesn't project too much. It has a very nice scent bubble, and then it lasts on my skin about 6 to 7 hours. But I love to layer this with my Bohemian Lime because it has that apple in it, and I think it just enhances and makes it more elevated. So I think you'll definitely love the scent if you're into those clean fragrances. Definitely get your nose on it. It is a great alternative for light blue, which doesn't last. Although they have the intense, I'm not sure how it differs between those two scents, but this one I highly recommend. And that's citrus green apple. And there you have it. That is most of my Dossier collections. I can do a part two for you. I do have other scents. I am very much into this brand. I feel that it is helping a lot of us to scratch that itch when we want to buy niche fragrances. You'll definitely get quality scents. It's not full of alcohol, very heavy, and it doesn't cause any type of, skin problems. Some of those Middle Eastern scents, they can be kind of tricky. I have had reactions. I've had videos where I show, those types of concerns, but these, I've never had a reaction to them. They're very clean. This is a France-based company. So, I mean, it's just very high quality, and you can tell in the scent. So whether you're new to fragrances or you're building a collection of luxury dupes, Dossier scratches that itch for you. If you try any of these fragrances, let me know in the comments which one do you vibe with. Interested in any of these fragrances that I talked about, let me know which one that fits your vibe. I'd like to know more about who you are. And don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on that notification button if you like my fragrances like that. If you like content like this. And as always, keep growing, keep glowing. I'll see you on the next video. Bless.